Поппі. Поппі. Блін, я думав, що вони в це яйце дракона так-то висидять. Буде у них тут карманний дракон.
Oh, good, you're safe.
Так, а що б з ним
There you
сталося?
are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have
Ні, ну
known.
якби ви
I
подумали про
underestimated
те,
the
що ви
poachers.
крадете
And
яйце у
now another
браконьярів,
creature's
то
in
так.
danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Що такі
Exactly what
сніджити?
kind of creature is a snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch is based on the Snidget, which barbarically was
точно,
actually
золотий
used in the
Snidget.
sport hundreds of years ago.
Я запам'ятав.
Why would snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Where exactly are these snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all
Ні, ну з
costs.
кентаврами то можна домовлятися, в принципі,
as... Sounds
без
as if we need to
проблем.
go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
Давай,
I'll
до
let you know as soon
зв'язку.
as I have a plan.
А мені потрібно дещо перевірити. Здається, у мене там нюхач новий. Народився. Де там мій манюнчик? Так, що це буде за назва істоти? Ну, це буде стопудово рожок. Так, рожок. Welcome to the family. Чуть не бахнув коника. Та все вона готова, що ти мене розводиш? Де там батя ваш? Одинокий. А, до речі, хто тут у нас? Опа, опа, опа. А що, жмири? Жмири тільки дівчинки у нас тут. Ні, ну це чорного я сюди точно закину. А ну-ка, а ну-ка, ну-ка. Добре. Так, ти помийся. Ти поїж. Блять, все одно зробив те саме. Добре, ти помийся. А ти поїж. Так, де тут вихід? Випустіть мене звідси. Так. Що тут у нас за двері такі цікаві? Це мені не потрібно. Так, а тепер до менюхач. Я хочу на це подивитися. Це манюнечка, це. Манюня. Так. А ти чого голодна? Ні, ти не голодна, ти просто недоглянута. Та досить мені підсовувати свої леві. Леві хвости підсовують. Так. Значить, хто там у мене ще один нюхлер?
I think I know how and where to approach the centaurs about protecting the Snidgets. Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Так, ти гуляй. Ти гуляй, а нюхлер де? Пане нюхлер. Раю. Так, значить, когось можна тут теж ще так вивести. Наприклад. Так, нюхлер є, давай лунтеня. Блін, а там... А, ну там нікого не можна вивести, бо... Там у нас дві киці. А ви чо не кормлені? Вам тут що? Кучно. Стоять. Я, здається, придумав тобі назву.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
Куда ти його? А ну-ка поклади пестика на місце. Ти чого ти мене нервуєш? Чого ти нервуєш, а? Я ж не нервуюсь. Все. Гуляй. Так. А тут більше вільних місць немає, правильно? А жаби-то у нас того двохполі. Потрібно жабу одну знайти, так?
I'll look after you.
Так, два фістрала є. А, так, нічого з цього не вийде. Ну, тоді що? Тоді потрібна ще одна жаба. Ще одна жаба і щось звідси прибрати, так? Приблати. А от кого ми приберемо? Як ти думаєш, кого? Ну, тебе точно залишимо тут. І тебе. Добре, спочатку потрібна жаба, потім ж буде видно. Так, що там у нас далі по завданням? Попі знову кудись хоче. Так, тепер ти.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Невеличку перевдягальню потрібно зробити. Прям невеличку. Просто прям, щоб чогось цікавого було. Так такого і немає, наче. Так, значить, це можна продати.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
І всього поназбирав, а нічого кращого, ніж те, що в мене вже є, не випало.
Thanks for stopping
Це є
by.
дуже
Hope to see you
дивно.
again.
Бо цим шмоткам уже херово тут часу.
Are you ready to put an end to Harlow?
Let's go.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Very well. I'll speak
Дякую
with
за
them, see what I can learn.
інформацію.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Ну, звичайно, так
Hopefully by the time you
прояснила
return,
все, що мені
I will be
потрібно
able to move a bit more
дізнатися.
freely.
Можна було б нічого й не запитувати, я зрозумів.
Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Hello, hello.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps,
Скоріш за все, так.
but perhaps I would have suffered a...
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, one day Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with... I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be...
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
Now, to find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
Так, один трусішка є. Тепер ще два інших залишились, так?
Mrs. Rabe,
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Так, і що ж там
Why wouldn't
викрасти
Harlow
він
extort your
хотів?
husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Ну, так. Добре, місіс Ботфінс. Ми сподіваємося, що ви переглянете своє рішення щодо матеріальної допомоги. Вам дали достатньо часу, але наше терпіння не безмежне. Ваш чоловік, напевно, хоче, щоб ви зрозуміли всю цінність нашої співпраці. Чи готові ви відповісти до кінця тижня? Ця розмова має залишатися між нами, сподіваємось, ви
Some
розумієте.
evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you. I hope it's not too late.
We're on the right track.
От,
Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends.
що ви збираєтеся все одно його завалити? Чи ви збираєтеся його в поліцію здавати?
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
То навіщо вся ця біганина, якщо можна було просто одразу піти і знайти його? М? Так, це не то. Де там Ото Біголь?
Please tell me you didn't take...
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every
Диви,
so
який
often."
мерзотний
I've been
паскудник,
able to
а?
cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything.
Так, все, я готовий.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous.
Та
As
ви
for
не
Remzi's letter,
переймайтесь.
should
Я
you
думаю,
happen
ми
upon it,
точно з
I
ним
have
розберемося
committed it
без
to
жодної
memory.
проблеми.
Only this-
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns. Where was I?
Це не
I've spoken
очкуй.
with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Так, і що у нас тут? 93. На десяточку. Беремо. Так. Беремо. Ну, а все інше. Інше не цікавить.
Hope you have a magical day.
Такого я не бачив.
Daily Prophet.
Керівник із Корнволла заарештований за розведення Василисків. Стверджує, що сталося непорозуміння.
Extra, extra.
Він був затриманий після того, як у ході планової перевірки у всіх 5 його курниках було виведено скупчення жаб. Розведення Василисків вже давно заборонено указом міністерства, проте через те, що отрута цих істот дуже сильна, рідкісна і цінна, деякі з менш законопослухняних громадян ігнорують заборону. Як пояснив сусід затриманого чарівника, особистість у мантії
Your daily prophet.
з насунутими на очі каптуром, яка побажала залишитись невідомою.
Daily prophet.
Щоб вилупився Василіск, потрібно, щоб куряче яйце висиділа жаба. Це буде... Будь-який чарівник це знає. Представши перед Гамотом чарівник з Корнвола заявив, що це простий збіг, що його курятники ніби магніт для жаб, що він уявлення не має про те, як вирощувати василисків. Відділ регулювання магічних популяцій та контролю за ними Белінда заявила, а ось я вірю, що він правда такий разиня. Ми ж попередили його про інспекцію, йому всього ж треба було на якийсь час позбутися жаб.
Extra, extra.
Ну, не повезло.
Revelio.
Була сторінка, чи мені здалося?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head. Perhaps I'll find her there. Revelio.
Гоксміт. Єдине абсолютно чарівне село в Британії, Хогсміт протягом століть був улюбленим місцем відпочинку студентів 3-го курсу та старше. Прикольно, що їх, типу, не можна
Natty must be around
застосовувати
here somewhere.
просто так. Ну окей. Чисто можна тільки так в бою. Ну давай, шкірби вже, що ти? Ой, розяга.
Revelio. Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Опачки. А це я заберу. Але не зараз. Так, добре, я запам'ятав, де ти.
Revelio.
Причал кабанячої голови. Цей причал поруч із трактиром Кабаня голова приємне місце, де можна посидіти і розслабитися, якщо це можливо, перебуваючи всього за 2 кроки від епіцентру різних мерзенних подій, які завжди можуть статися у сумнозвісному готелі із сумнівною репутацією.